lately, every time I'm at the place that you guys see me making videos in, every time I'm there, like an old friend has been coming in. Different ones every time. And this has been every single time for the past 6 or 7 times I was there. And it's really starting to kind of freak me out. It's like word is getting around that, hey, you better go say goodbye to John because he's not going to be with us much longer. Yeah. And I'm like, what? So, and nobody's supposed to know about this place. You know, it's supposed to be my little hideaway where I work on my pool game. But you know, what can you expect when you plaster stuff all over YouTube? People figure stuff out. I should be paying more attention to the dang video. But, you know, whatever. It's kind of cool in a way, but it's really, like, getting me thinking. Probably thinking too much. And I'm going to have to make some decisions. And, you know, age is funny. If you look back on your life, you'll see that the biggest changes in your life happen because of just split decisions that you made during your life. And these things can be good or bad. And, you know, when you're 20 years old and you make a bad decision, you have time to make up for your decision. You know? But when you get up to my geezer age, you know, you don't have another 20, 30 years to make up for a bad decision. So you get a little bit reluctant to make split decisions. And that pretty much sums up age in a nutshell. So, but, you know, it's getting to the point where I'm being forced to make these decisions. And if you're a little confused about what I'm talking about, it'll all make sense to you. No, I'm not dying. For God's sake, guys. I'm still a young man. I can still... I'm still a young man. I can tell you this, two nights a week, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours at a time, so, you know, you're adding up to 8 hours a week. It's not, you're not going to stay in stroke at 8 hours a week. And that's just, pool demands a lot of your time if you want to really excel or just even keep your pool game. So I have, at this point right now, what day is it? It's November 17th. And at this point I have 19 pool videos ready to be published, and I've got probably another 20 on car repair, home repair, tractor repair. You know, but as for pool, I've got about 19 left. So I'm deciding how to go about things at this point right here. But this video that you're about to actually see, of course it's still part of the Hillyer Series, but I'm not positive that this is going to be the last of the Hillyer Series, which would be number 7. And hell, that's the longest series I think I've ever produced. It's interesting. And so, as usual, we're going to analyze the rack that I showed you at the end of the last video. But I'm going to end this video on a 12-minute insight on things that I didn't want to show you. And I still don't know if I should show you. But, I've not had any secrets, and you'll see what has me thinking and getting ready to make some decisions. It'll all make sense to you when you see this video. Alright, here we are, and we're going to have to cut this to analyze it. So, if you don't believe that I ran the whole rack, just go back to the last rack and watch it, or the last video and watch it. So, there's breaking off the left-hand side rail. I controlled Whitey good. The wing ball was the 2 ball, and I made the 1 ball on the side. Now, I really don't like doing that. It happens to me sometimes. But I would much rather have that 1 ball up by the right-hand corner pocket if I'm breaking off the left-hand side. Just because I don't want to be, shooting in the dark. You're breaking and you want to control that cue ball and you want to control that 1 ball. Because you don't just want to be at the mercy of the table, just to have a shot like I am now, like I'm left with because I made the 1 in the side. That 3 ball didn't have to stop pretty much straight in the side. That's just a pure luck, and you can't rely on luck in this game. Once you do, you're screwed. So it's not just hit and hope. You're actually controlling Whitey and the 1 ball on the break. And yeah, I'm concerned with the 6 ball. The rest should be gravy as far as I'm concerned at this moment in time. I don't know what made me roll up a little bit on that first shot, the 3 ball shot. And now I'm just thinking, just get to the right-hand side of the table. The 5 ball is easy. And the problem is getting right on the 6 ball. So I have to get back on the right-hand side of the table, and I should be putting more English on this and actually stroking it. But I don't, and you can see the disappointment there. So let's go back and take a look at a better way. When we're shooting this 1 ball, we could just stop it. We could just hit a stop shot right there. And then when we're shooting a 4, we could come off the rail and getting back to this position right here, which would have made it pretty easy to get right on the 6 ball. And knowing me, I would have spun it with left-hand English and used that right-hand side rail to play into the line on the 6 ball. Because all we have to do is pretty much draw it back a little bit on the 7. And there's 100 ways you can run this rack. There's actually probably 1,000,000 ways you can run this rack. But it's the age-old issue of making things hard on yourself when it could have been a whole hell of a lot easier. As we get back to the video, I'm going to shoot the 6 ball, and you're going to see me stay down on it forever for no apparent reason. I'm not really thinking much of anything here, except that I'm comfortable, and maybe it's just taking that right here, right now. Yep, that was just kind of weird. And yeah, this was the night of the dirty camera lens, and I think I have a bunch of videos from this night, but that's all beside the point. How do you want to play this 7 ball? If you can't tell because of the camera angle, we're a little bit on the right-hand side of the 7 ball line, and we can shoot this 8 ball in any one of these 6 pockets we want, although we can kind of eliminate sending it to the right-hand corner pocket, the bottom right-hand corner pocket, because we're coming a little too close to that 9 ball. So let's eliminate that. So the options are this. And here's something you should never ever forget. Amateurs make their biggest, most dream-stopping mistake with moving the cue ball way too much. If you have the option, move the cue ball as little as humanly possible, because the less you move it, the less mistakes you can make. Don't ever forget that. Game scores an 8. If they have 6, but maybe 5. It's destiny. Fuck you do with this shit. It's hitting up.
Ooh, almost.
That's a 7. stick, it would have been a foul. My opponent would have called it on me on that 7-ball.
Wow.
Wow, made it straight and shut. Wow.
Oh.
7.
More exercise while we're coaching.
I take one for that toward satin or.
Oh, they're advising against them now. Because the more you lose weight, the more you exercise, you don't need cholesterol medicine.
Might need another doctor.
You need a heart doctor.
You might. You can no better watch on you than that. Oh my goodness. We'll see y'all later, John.
Yeah.